All right, everybody, welcome back to Bosco's Off-Road. This is going to be a little bit different video on a Saturday that you're normally used to seeing. This is going to be, what do you call it? Like our 2-year anniversary
Okay.
of whatever. 2 years with the CF Moto. 2 years because it was in 2022 is when we took our first trip, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was to Hatfield, McCoy. So this is 2 years of experiencing the off-road lifestyle or whatever you want to call it. Because this is something that we have never done before. We've talked about this in a previous video, probably a long time ago, almost 2 years ago. No, probably about a year and a half ago. But we had just been people that went camping. So we've never experienced what it was like off-road. I rode a four-wheeler, but it was just a race four-wheeler. Nothing like in the mountains or anything like that. So, yeah, so this video is 2 years. What do we think about our toy hauler? Do we like our toy hauler more than we liked our travel trailer because we used the hillbilly hauler? That's what we used to haul our CF Moto because our travel trailer didn't have a garage in it, and then we upgraded to the trailer with the garage. And our CF Moto is a 2022 950 Sport. It's not the HO, it's not the EX. That was before they came out. So we're going to go over how that machine has held up in the past 2 years. So, where do you want to start?
I don't know.
Sure, that'll work. So, long story short, we were going to rent a side-by-side, but we decided to buy. And we did the quick math to talk us into buying. How many times it would take us to rent a side-by-side for it to pay for itself. And so we bought a side-by-side, but we bought a CF Moto. We didn't want to buy anything super expensive for this. Okay. For the simple fact that
We hadn't ridden before.
if it was something we didn't like, how was it going to be easy or difficult to get rid of it? So that was a concern that we had. But I think all in all, the CF Moto has done really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
We did some add-ons to it. We added a windshield. We added a back window. We added a tablet holder.
Harnesses.
We put our harnesses in it.
I think that was it for early.
Well, then
and then later did the toolbox.
Yes, the toolbox in the back. So we originally had a toolbox that we strapped down. And then we ended up getting a trailer tongue box that actually fit
right in there,
perfect in the back, and bolted it down and gave us way more storage.
Wheels and tires.
We did wheels and tires. We had an issue with the the tire. We had an issue with the tire. So we had to have that replaced.
Put whips on it.
Yeah, we put light whips on it and a light bar for the back. Now, wasn't real, I don't know. When we went our very first time, I think it was to Hatfield, McCoy, I wasn't real fond about the whole, why does everybody have lights?
We were fairly unimpressed with those.
Until it was middle of the day, sun was out. You don't realize how many shadows are produced inside the woods, mostly downhill. And we were at the top of a hill getting ready to come down, and we see lights in the middle of the day. that caught our attention because there was other side-by-sides coming up that hill. So then I started to realize this is something that there's a reason for that. Now, you do have the people that just put lights on there because they just want lights, but it is a good idea to have some type of lighting during the day that is different than headlights, just to kind of break the normal up so it can catch people's attention.
We also found that our tail lights got covered in mud and you couldn't see them at all.
Yeah, which you don't know this while you're driving. And on a CF Moto, the tail lights are up underneath the rear. So
and they were
our brake
completely
lights
covered in
are
mud.
up high. So we ended up doing that. And we ended up getting a tablet just so we wouldn't have to look at a piece of paper map. But it's always good to carry a map anyway. But,
I like the paper map.
But yeah, I mean, our first trip was Hatfield, McCoy.
Ride Royal Blue.
Ride Royal Blue. And then we went back to Hatfield, McCoy. We went to the Southern Trails, the Pocahontas Trails, which, man, I can't wait to go back there. That'd be pretty cool. I'm really excited about going back there. But I think it would be better to go back there with someone with us. Like, you know, whether it's like a family member or a friend or whatever, because there's so much to do. And you get to Bramwell and Pocahontas, Virginia, and just a lot of stuff to do. But we've learned a lot over the past 2 years. And we ride by ourselves. We've learned what to do, what not to do, how far we want to push things. You know, if there's other people around, if you have help, we usually do whatever. But we've learned a lot over the past 2 years. We've upgraded in the trailer, and the CF Moto has been great. We have almost 2,200 miles on this thing. And we've done regular oil changes. We've had 2 wheel bearings replaced. And we had an upper A-arm. We had 2 upper A-arm bushings replaced. Anything else?
The tie rod ends?
We didn't replace them yet. So
but
we
you
have
got
one.
replacements.
We have one that's loose, but we have tie rod ends. One is loose. I don't know if maybe when they took it apart, put it back together, it just wasn't tight. I haven't had time to look at that yet. If it is bad, I got 2 tie rod ends instead of just one. That way we would have a spare. But you could carry all kinds of spare parts. But I mean, that's that. Why? You could carry a whole side-by-side with you if you wanted to. But we carry chainsaw. We carry some extra tools. We carry an extra belt, a fire extinguisher. We carry things that we need if we were to break down temporarily, like just hopefully to get us off the trail. We're not doing any major fixes on the side. We're not doing any welding. We're not doing any cutting. We're not nothing. But you know, we try to be prepared. Like I said, we've learned a lot over the past 2 years. Everybody is super friendly. I don't know what.
What do you think of the toy hauler?
So the toy hauler, I like the toy hauler for the simple fact that we can have the side by side in it. It's not out in the weather.
The only reason we got it was because we take the dog, and the dog crate took up the whole floor space in the other camper.
Yeah, he took up a lot of room.
That's really the only reason we had to switch it.
But I do like the toy hauler more because we can set our computer up and everything inside the garage. it's just a lot better.
It's definitely more space.
It is a lot bigger than what we've had.
A lot heavier.
But I like it. I don't know. In the last 2 years, we've been to WINDROCK. We've been to
what, 7 trips?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So we try to plan 3 trips a year. Now, in this year, in 24, our plan was to have 4 trips, and we didn't make that. So we're back to 3, because we didn't make WINDROCK. So that's like breakdown, blah blah blah. I'll put the little thing up here. You click on that video and look at that mess.
But we went to AOAA in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and we went to Trail Fest. So we went to Trail Fest in West Virginia, in Gilbert. And I thought it was going to be some crazy thing that there was just like thousands of people everywhere and just miserable. It wasn't, actually. It was laid back. It was real nice. So I think I would like to go back again. Don't know if, I don't know. We stayed at
the Twin Hollow.
Twin Hollow, yeah. We stayed at Twin Hollow, which was direct trail access to Double Ants or Rock House. But I would like to check out Trail Fest again just to see if it's any different. But glad we went to that. That was interesting. So this year, instead of going to Trail Fest, we're going to go to Fall Jam in WINDROCK. So we're going to check
looking forward to that.
Too. And then I guess we'll do another How Do We Like It in 3 years next year. But I don't know. I guess that's it. This is going to be a fairly short video. But this is just basically telling you what we think about the first 2 years of us.
I think it's held up pretty well.
Of us doing this. And, you know, people say CF Moto. I wouldn't buy a CF Moto. Well, we didn't even know about CF Moto. And, okay, but if you don't know, we just trail ride. We just trail ride. We look around. We have friends that ride the trails at 40, 45 miles an hour.
We can't keep up with that.
That's not us. I like to look around. I like to look at things. I'm not in a hurry. And, you know, the CF Moto suits us just fine. So other people, they may not like it. The ride might be too rough. Does ours ride rough? Yeah, it rides rough. It
does.
But we're not rocking $5,000, $8,000 suspension either. So maybe down the road we'll figure out how to make it a little bit softer. But we are thinking about getting another side-by-side. And when I say another, it's to add to, because we ride by ourselves. So if I had a side-by-side, if I rode the CF Moto, Amy's been, you were bouncing back and forth from like a Polaris or a KRX, because she would do all the crazy stuff, and I would be sitting back with the strap, getting ready to tow her back, you know, when she breaks. But yeah, we've thought about that too, and just because we ride by ourselves, and it's another way out. You know, it's another way to rescue yourself, so to speak, and but I don't know. Maybe our attitude will be different next year. You never know. We might be doing something completely different, or we might have a different tow rig by then, or
that might be
something. But
Wait.
yeah, you know,
We ask a lot of our truck.
that's it. Yeah, we do ask a lot out of our pickup truck. 04 Dodge Ram, 2-wheel drive diesel, 2,500.
It's pretty awesome.
Gets excellent fuel mileage, but we're about 1,000 pounds under its max. So it's asking a lot of that truck.
Especially going into the campgrounds on those steep grades.
Yeah. So, but it's been fine, you know, but all right. Well, that's about it, I guess. Yeah. CF Moto, we told you what went wrong with it.
Not much, really.
Yeah. We try to take care of it and just make sure we change the oil and everything else. And
It's been good.
that's about it. We are going to be adding a second camera system to the side-by-side. We're going to be trying out something new. It's hopefully that'll work a little bit better, and we can start talking to you on the trails while we are riding. Right now we can't because the way that our camera is, it is behind us and the microphone is pressed up against the back glass and you cannot hear. We just uploaded a night ride video for a Wednesday ride, and the audio sucked. Horrible. When I did the test, I tested it when the side-by-side was sitting still. Didn't think about driving it first. So we're working on that to make it a little bit better. We're working on our website a little more. We haven't there's a lot of stuff we want to put on the website. There's a lot of different things, a lot of different campgrounds, stuff like that. We're going to be expanding on that now that we have a little bit of time. And I guess that's about it.
I think so.
So until then, we'll see you on the next video. So this will be on a Saturday. And I believe the next video that you're going to see is going to be the start of Trail Fest in Gilbert, West Virginia. So those episodes are going to start. Check that out. We're going to run that until
it's done.
We go to WINDROCK, actually. We might interrupt that. So we'll see. But then
we're going to try again.
But thank you. And that it?
I think so.
Okay. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.